Hey, if you just learned today that every time a cow is milked, that milk comes out at 97 degrees Fahrenheit, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Welcome back to the Freedom Farm Mark II. I'm calling it Mark II. Hear me out, okay? I'm calling it Mark II, and I know it's been a while, a long while, since I put out a Farm Sim 25 video. I'm sure, I am positive that future me, in post, will put up the date of the last Freedom Farm video. I'm not 100% sure I even have the intro for that video. I might be making a new one. So how'd you like that new intro? If there isn't one, just ignore me. But don't forget to subscribe. Freedom Farm... Rooster's awake. I mean, not me. Freedom Farm Mark II. It's still Riverbend Springs. I will post up a list of all 5 of my mods, 5 or 6 that I have. But this one was edited by my favorite Farm Sim modder, Stevie. Stevie and I, like I know him, I don't actually know him. Stevie's mods and I go back to Farm Sim 17 that I may or may not have a couple hours in. Right? I don't know. This is Riverbend Springs as edited by Stevie. This is the as of this date. What is it? March 9th, the greatest rapper of all time, died on March 9th. And I mean Biggie, if you didn't know that. Stop it. This is 1.0.0.7? Question mark. Even if he came out with a new one right now, I put a lot of time and effort into putting his mods onto this map. The whole map itself is it's a pretty big, I think it's like 1.5 gigs or something like that. It's not just the map. It's a gang of his own custom mods that I have instituted on this map. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Right here, starting at the house. This is the house that you start at. Right? That's the thing. Take a look around here. He did exactly what I wanted to do with my last Freedom Farm. He essentially paved the whole thing over. Let's take a walk around. I do have super speed and flight turned on for content purposes, just so I'm not running around all willy-nilly everywhere. I started actually in this corner right over here. This is a fuel tank. This is part of the mod. I want to say, get the mod for yourself and you'll see what's on it. This is a large petrol tank. That's gasoline. Even though we don't use gasoline on the farm, we use diesel because these are farm vehicles. As you can see at the bottom there, the silo is empty. We're going to start farming canola. All my crops on the map, by the way, are ready to be harvested. We're harvesting canola to then convert into diesel. And I do have a cheat sheet on my Discord up right over here, link for which, by the way, can be found right below if you want to get up on the Freedom Farm Mark II. So, where's it at? There you go, canola. It's all actually on the bottom of the list. I'll edit this out. That's fine. Any canola that we harvest goes right into the Stevie modded biorefinery that we're going to get to create diesel. Fuel for our vehicles that we need a lot of, apparently. Typically, I don't leave all these garage doors open. But I have them open for this video. Here we have 2 Kloss harvesters. You can see the money up there. I can get like the biggest machinery, the most top of the line stuff. But if you look at Riverbend Springs, the plots, the farm plots, they aren't that big. So you don't need the biggest and highest quality and all that. And I happen to like Kloss stuff. I have a Kloss hat over there that I've had since Farm Sim 17. Okay, fight me. I never liked John Deere. Fight me in the comments. All right. Got 2 combine harvesters, 1 forage harvester with a header already on there, because we're going to be chopping chaff. We're going to be chopping corn for chaff, I should say. I'll get to that in a bit. Got 2 grain headers over there and 2 regular-ass corn headers for the crop, not the chaff. In this garage, 2 stone picker-uppers. I forget the actual name of them. The LO Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio. Look at that. These are to pick up stone. And I'm keeping the stone, and as soon as we go around this garage, I'll tell you why. Here is the Homer Terrados. That's the Terra 2 in Espinal. This one is outfitted for sugar beets and sugar beet production. We'll get into that. Pressure washer, because this is a farm. Stuff's going to get dirty. Right down the alley over there, you can see that's part of Stevie's mod, the water tanker, the blue bit, to autofill water. The chrome trailer in front of it, the chrome tanker in front of it, is for water. I also have a white one for milk that, again, we're going to get into. In this garage, I got 2 of each tractor, small, medium, large. Again, I stuck with Kloss for the most part. This one's got a bucket on the front of it for overspill, and I'm almost positive we're going to have overspill of either sugar beets or manure or both. Positive. Hands down positive. The one right behind it, it's got forks on it. so I don't have to buy a forklift. I'll just attach it to ye olde tractor. In the middle here, got the Deutsch Warrior Edition. The Deutsch. It's the bull. Okay, it's the bull. That's the mod I know it as, but this actually comes in game now. I've loved them to death since Farm Sim 17. I got weights on the front of them because these are the actual workhorses of the farm. They're going to be pulling 90% of the implements in terms of plowing and cultivation and all that. They're going to do a lot of the work. Of course. Oh shoot! Look at that. This is how baby tractors are made, kids. I'll take care of that. This is the big boy Kloss, the 12650. Got I think a 3-ton weight on the front of it. These are going to be doing the heavy work. Obviously, I have 2 of them. They can pull full carts and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna close the doors right now because you don't want to see all that. I do have, of course, a trailer, 3-in-1, whatever that says in not English. This comes in the game. Whenever I'm coming across a mod in the video that's part of Stevie's mod or another mod that I may have put in. Again, I only have like 4 or 5. I'll put up a list of them. I'll let you know. I'll let you know what's what. Over here, I have a silage bunker, but I won't be using it to actually ferment silage. This, again, will be for spillover. I know for a fact we're going to have a bunch because of the way I have the plots of land situated. I don't have the biggest and highest capacity of everything because I feel like it takes us out of the immersion. Oh no, we ran out of space in the silo. What do? Put it in the bunker. Let it sit right over here. These 3 silos right here are part of Stevie's mod. First one. Placeable fermenting silo. Let's take a look at it right in here. This is where the magic is going to happen. Save the game for me. Thank you. There are 3 different types of silage production. I chose this one because we'll be using corn, chopping corn for chaff. You could use grass and hay as well, but I already have plans for the grass and the hay on the map. So right here we have, I'll show you in a minute when we get to the map, a whole bunch of corn just for chaff. I also have some for the crop for pig food. We'll get to the piggies in a minute. So right here we're going to chop corn for chaff right here. 500 chaff equates to 500 silage and 100 digestate. We are also going to be using the digestate. Let me refer to my cheat sheet. Yes, we are. So instead of putting the chaff in the bunker and leveling it out, basically driving over it back and forth, putting the tarp over it, let it ferment for whoever knows however long it takes. Okay, I can words. All right. We'll just put it in here and magic, it'll happen. Right next to that, I want to say this is the cow food, TMR. Hell yeah, that's total mixed ration. Again, but the one with the exclamation point next to it is the one I chose, but there are no resources in it right now. This is total mixed ration for our cows. I'm going to have 2 different kinds of cows, and I don't mean water buffalo. Water buffalo would go on this map. They can go on this map, but I'm not going to have that. We'll get into cows in a minute. 500 grass, 500 straw, and 500 silage. So we'll take the silage out of the previous bunker, put it into this bunker, along with grass and straw, make 1,500 total mixed ration for our cows. Yeah, that's it. For our cows, we're going to feed our cows. Right next to that, pig food machine. The piggies like to eat root crops. Again, the one in the middle with the exclamation point, that's the one I chose. So the recipe will be 500 barley, 500 corn. That's corn that we're harvesting for crop, not for chaff. And 500 potatoes. They do like the root crops. Make 2,000 liters, I guess, of pig food. Yeah. These greenhouses, let me slow down. These greenhouses are part of Stevie's mod. They look essentially the same as the greenhouses that are already in the game, but these are better. I've messed with the stock greenhouses before, and the triggers, the loading triggers, and all that stuff. They're just, I don't know if they fixed them by now, but they're not my jam. Right in here, right over this grating, water and manure. That's it. That's all you need. I've been running this greenhouse, so we have some stuff over here. Look at that. We got chili peppers, garlic, lettuce, Napa cabbage, red cabbage, spring onions, strawberries, and tomatoes coming out of this. I got 2 of these and 2 of the other ones. I'll have to get the tractor with the forklift to get those out of here. But I also have an auto load mod, so I can just pull up next to them with a semi and a trailer and just pick them up off of there. This one is the other greenhouse. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, carrots, green beans, parsnips. I don't even know what a parsnip is. Peas, potatoes, for sale, not for crop. Red beets, again, for sale, not for crop. And spinach, for sale, not for crop. I haven't run any of these yet. All these require, all 4 of these greenhouses, 2 of which are the same as the other, water and manure. That's it. And as we have animals, we're going to have manure. I already showed you the blue tanker that's over there for water. So we'll have that. Let's hit up the shed really fast. This is my my step deck, because you need one. How do you think I got all this stuff over here? Hooked them up to tractors, loaded them up on that old step deck, and got it down here. And then I found out after the fact that I feel like a stupid for finding out after the fact the reset trigger is no longer the store. It's this part of the map. I feel like I should have read the instructions on the mod. So if you didn't, now you know. And knowing is half the battle, kids, okay? Extreme violence is the other half. It's not. That's not a thing. I got cedars and planters over here. I forget which is which. But cedars... Shoot. I forgot which. But cedars and planters, they plant different crops. One of them plants just the root crops, sugar beets, potatoes, carrots, stuff like that. And the cedars plant essentially everything else, like the grain, wheat, barley, oats, things like that. It plants everything else. So you need one of each if you're going to be running everything. I have 2 of each for a reason. This right here is a subsoiler. The Alpago. I can read. K Extreme. 11 TAC 500. This takes the place of a plow. I don't like the plows. I've never liked them, again, since Farm Sim 17, because they're always diagonal, and my brain can't handle it, that it plows on a diagonal, but you're going in a straight line. I can't handle it. This takes the place of a plow. I do have periodic plowing turned on, so we're going to need that to refresh the land. Over here, cultivator, disc cultivator, regular old stuff. Between harvests, cultivate until you need to plow, or, oh, I need a weeder. That just reminded me. I do need a weeder. I'll pick one up. This is new to me. I'm sure I don't need it, because I can use either the seeder or the planter, whichever one does root crops, for potatoes. But I bought this because it looked interesting. It takes potatoes, whole harvested potatoes, and you can plant new potatoes to get more potatoes. It's like potatoception. I haven't tried it yet. I'm gonna, but I actually am gonna. This right here is the header for that Terradose, that Homer Terradose. This is the header for sugar beet specifically. It's not extremely wide. I want to say it's maybe a 4-meter spread, whatever that is in freedom units. Somebody fight me in the comments. I actually do need one for potatoes. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna have to pick one up. A harvester and a header for potatoes. Thanks for reminding me. Present me, future me is gonna be thrilled. Right over here, this big red machine, and I don't mean the Undertaker's kayfabe half-brother, Kane. This big red machine right here is a defloriator, whatever it says down there in the corner, for root crops like potatoes and sugar beets, and I think regular beets as well. Before you harvest them with the harvester, you need to chop the tops off. There, I guess, is a flower on top that needs to be removed before you can harvest it with the machine, which I think is stupid. Because why not just build a machine that can do all of that stuff? I don't know. But this, you hook up on the back of a tractor. Again, I might use the bull, the black one, because it has a weight in the front and it can pull it right through the land. And then you harvest. It's fine. This is fine. Over here, another Stevie mod. All these silos and stuff. Did I just do the Macho Man Randy Savage? Yeah. The cream. Yeah. Uh-huh. Rises to the top. Uh-huh. Right there. Another part of the Stevie mod. This right here is a grass dryer, and I know what you're thinking. I could just mow it and windrow it and ted it. No, mow it, ted it, right? Flip it, and then windrow it, and then gather. That's 4 whole ass steps. I would rather mow the grass. I'm going to get to my mowers in a second. I'll show you. That magically, that automatically, not magically, automatically windrows it, and then put it in here for hay. Hay is for, according to my cheat sheet, for my goats. It's called a sheep pen, but I'm not going to have sheep. I don't need to sell wool. I will be selling goats milk. Goats create milk by the pallet, so instead of using sheep in the sheep pen, I'm going to put goats in the sheep pen because farm sim logic. So this, I'll put a whole bunch of grass in here. It'll magically, it's not magic, it's science probably, into hay that I'll use for my goats. Brown tanker is for the brown stuff. For slurry that I'm going to pick up from My pigs and my goats. No, pigs and cows. Sorry. They're the ones that create slurry. Do they all create slurry? Now I have to look it up and put it down in post-production. Anyway, I made it brown so I don't confuse it with any other tanker and mix it with other stuff because that's not cool. I got 2 mowers over here, the Krone Big M. One of my favorite mods from back in the day was the Krone Big M mod, and Giants, in their infinite knowledge, have now included it in the base game. When you unfold that thing, it looks like a starship, I'm not going to lie, and it does automatic windrowing. So you get a nice straight column, assuming you're driving in a straight line, a nice straight column of grass to pick up with this, the Pottinger. It's a forage wagon. You can see, let me get right here. It's got a pickup on it. You lower that, pull it behind a tractor, picks up the grass for you, and then I will drop it into the grass drying silo to turn into hay for my goats. For this cow pen, it's not the actual biggest one. Let's see if we can do this. There you go. There you go. Nice little cow pasture. This here is for my Angus cows. If you've never had an Angus steak, you're cheating yourself. This is just for Angus cows. I think the capacity is 50 cows or something like that. Those are going to be sold for beef. Right over here is the manure extension. That is a Stevie mod. This pen, the cow pen, is also a Stevie mod. You need to have these adjacent. That means right next to. That's a word. To your cows and pigs. Cows and pigs are the only animals in Farm Sim that create manure. And in these pens, you have to put straw for their bedding to produce manure, which is weird because I thought they just pooped. Okay, straw wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't part of my thought process. But anyway, you put straw in there along with their total mixed ration for cows and pig food for pigs, and they create manure as long as you have enough straw in there. Right across the way here's my little pig pen. Again, this is a Stevie mod. Small little pig pen. Nothing special. Pigs are, you hear the bees buzzing. Pigs are a pain in the ass. But pork is money. Pork is absolute money. So that's why I don't have a huge pig pen. Raise them. You can do it from piglets, actually, from 0 months. You can do them from piglets, and they'll just start reproducing after 6 months or something like that. Right here is your slurry pickup point. I'm collecting slurry. We'll get into why. Over here, you hear the bees buzzing. Little bit of bees. There was a bigger bee setup somewhere on the map. I saw it. Look right here. My bees are already making money. Right there. That's 1 pallet of bee honey. All natural, organic, whatever I have to say to make it cost more is fine. Right over here, a little chicken coop. Tiny little chicken coop. They just need water, and I have 1 small-ish plot of oats for their food. That's all they really need. Chickens will obviously produce eggs. I think you have to put a rooster in there, but I will. I absolutely will, to produce eggs. Or to make more chickens, because chickens just lay eggs. I don't know. Anyway, here's the sell point for those pallets of eggs. Did we make a whole circle already? Yeah, we did. This silo, believe it or not, is actually the medium. Stevie mod right there. That is the medium storage silo. So everything that we're not implementing right away to go into other parts of the farm, we're going to store in the silo. This is the medium one, boys. There's 1 or 2 bigger, actually. This silo I might not keep. This is for distribution, but it costs money. So like whatever you don't have, you just pull up here, select what you want, and it'll drop it in your trailer or whatever conveyance that you have. But it does cost money. I don't want to do that. I'm not sure if I can switch it off. But anyway, it's all part of Stevie's mods. These, it's my whole fleet right here. These are work trucks right here. Ram, 6.7 liter Cummins turbo diesel, 5500 heavy duty. First gen Cummins. It's not a first gen. I wish it was a first gen. I got the black and red, and I got the red and black. These are just work trucks. If you look on the back here, those are fuel tanks, and I can equip a chainsaw that I haven't put there yet. I don't think I've bought a chainsaw. But these are fuel tanks. These are optional extras. This is a mod. This is a separate mod. And essentially, it's a work truck. If, for whatever reason, I or one of the homies playing on the Freedom Farm multiplayer runs out of fuel on the field, and they shouldn't, but they might, take this out there. Right now, the tanks are empty because we haven't farmed any canola to be converted into diesel. Moving on, we have our little sheep pen over here. I know it says sheep pen, but again, I'm not going to put sheep in here. I'm going to be putting goats in here. Small little meadow. Nothing. There you go. Nothing heavy duty. Just to collect goat's milk. That's really it. Oh, this mod I really like. This here is my Chevy Bison. I know that because it says Chevy Bison. This is a mod. If you see down in the corner there, they call it the Chevy Hang On. That's the engine pack I have in it. It's over 1,000 horse in this motherfucker right here. This white tanker is for milk. Not to be confused with the brown one for the doo-doo butter, which actually doesn't belong here right now because I'm not getting milk from the Angus cows. Okay. Start it up. Let's hook up and take this tanker to the dairy farm. All right, as we're on our way to the dairy farm, you might see some buildings over here. Let's stop in here. Let's park up and not be a jerk on the road. Let's pull up right in here. This is where this milk is actually going to go when we get some. Stop the truck. Let's hop out right here. All these buildings are part of the Stevie mod that's just built into the map. That's why Stevie's one of my favorite modders. Right here, you have your dairy. You go around back. This is the load point, obviously. You put your tanker of milk right over there and unload your milk. Let's get right up in here, and I'll show you why I have this here. All these things, all these production chains in here. What I want to do, honestly, is make chocolate, because I'm a fat boy. So we're farming sugar beets. Let me look at my cheat sheet. Sugar beets to be put into the sugar beet cutter, and then the sugar beet cut goes into the sugar factory to make sugar, and you take that sugar and put it into the dairy with some milk that we're going to get from cows, and you get chocolate. That's realistically the only reason I have this dairy, is to make chocolate because I'm a fat kid. Let me just activate that one so I'll remember. That's it. That's the whole dairy. That is the whole ass dairy. Right over here, we have a milk homogenizer, also part of the Stevie mod, to make homogenized milk. I'm not sure what that does in the game, but let's take a look at it. I am going to get milk from our goats, but if you see, you put in 1,000 liters of goat milk just to get 1,000 liters of goat milk. Doesn't really do anything for me, but if you put in 1,000 liters of cow juice, 1,000 liters of homogenized milk, I'm pretty sure you can do something else with it. Either sell it to another production chain or just sell it as homogenized milk. Let's do that. Right over here, sugar factory. Again, we're going to take the cut from the sugar beets and make sugar to put into the dairy to make chocolate, because, again, I'm a fat kid. If you look at it, pardon. You got 5 sugar beet cut for 3 sugar, right? If you look at other things, I could just put the whole sugar beets in there, but you get 2 sugar for 1.05, 2 sugar beets to 1.05 sugar. Sugar cane, not even worth it for me. 2 sugar cane for 1 sugar. We're just going to go straight up 5 sugar beet cut because the yield from the cut is different than the other products for 3 times the sugar. Why the hell not? Why the hell not? Right over here. I'm proud of this one right over there. Nice, small biogas facility, biorefinery, if you will. You can use canola, soybeans, or sunflowers. We're using canola, or we will be using canola. Let me activate that so I remember. Right there, 750 canola. You get 700 liters of diesel and 50 herbicide that we will be using to herbicide. Nothing's going to waste here, kids. That's what I'm saying. Let's take that tanker to the dairy farm and take a look at the dairy farm. All right, we're pulling up to the dairy farm. I converted crop plot number 17. That's a bit further north. Right over here, boys. Just for my cows. I penned off the whole thing. This, again, Stevie mod, the manure heap extension. Because even though I'm getting milk from these cows, I'm going to put straw in there anyway. Why not just collect the manure to use it later on? I have a small, that's not even small, that's one of the bigger trailer wagons to put in said manure. I could leave the tanker right here. I could just be irresponsible because this is all private property anyway. I need to detach the truck because I need to take that back to the farm. But since I'm here, let's turn the truck off, get out of there, and take a look right over here. Right over there. One big cow pen. I think I can do, with the Stevie mod, up to 500 dairy cows in there. So they're all going to be producing milk. And what else, kids? That's right, manure and some slurry, I believe. right over there. So all this whole thing, all the way down, all of number 17 is fenced off. Their meadow is fully grown. And I'll have my dairy cows in here. If you look over here, let's take a look at the map. Actually, let's be more smarter. Let's do that. Right over here, 11 and 12, I have sugar beets. 11, 12, and 13, actually, I have sugar beets for, again, sugar production. Grass and wheat. All my harvesters are going to have the straw swath turned on because we need straw. So wheat, barley, oats. I think that's it. Is that all that creates straw? Get with me in the comments. I'm pretty sure, but all this wheat is for the TMR, for the cow food. So all the grass that's going to be, is it going to be turned into hay? No, this grass is going to go into that silo, into the TMR silo. This straw that I'm going to get from the wheat is going to go into the silo, and silage from the silage bunker right next to it is going to go into that silo to make TMR for my cows. These 4, 14, 8, 18, and 19 are corn for chopping for chaff. That is not for the crop. That is just for chaff to go into the fermenting silo to make silage. It's all coming together now, kids. Okay, 20 and 21, 2 smaller plots right over here. Also 9 and 10, a bit bigger. Just canola. That's for diesel production, because if I run out of fuel on the field, I'm going to get a bit upset. 22 and 23 are also for wheat. I forget if it's for the cows. If it's for cow food, but it might be for something else, for something grain related. Not 100% sure. Right down here, this is the main farm. Plots 1, 2, and 3 are just grass fields. That's going to go into the grass dryer for hay for my goats, to feed my goats. I have right here, I forgot what they are. Right here. Okay, field 4 is barley. 5 is potatoes that I need to buy a harvester for. Thanks, present me, for reminding future me. And plot 6 is corn. Those are the 3 ingredients you need for the pig food that's going to go into the silo. This little one, number 7, that's oats for my chickens. They do eat any grain, wheat, barley, and oats. I planted oats just to be a little different, a little special for my chickens. Totes my goats. Or was that it? Is that the thing? Anyway, that's all around here. That's what I have, crop-wise. All this is ready to harvest, and it will be. Now, bit of a surprise, because I know the homies are watching. Aaron and XPie have been exceedingly patient with me putting this farm together. So what I want to do, we're going to work on the farm together. But what I want to do is, let's say after all this is harvested, and we have all the silos running, the grass dryer, the fermenting silo, the TMR machine, the pig food machine, all that other good stuff, I want to split up the rest of the map among at least the 2 of them. If you're watching this and you want to join the Freedom Farm Mark II, go ahead and slide them in my Discord link, for which can be found right down below. There's a farmer role, all that good stuff. We'll get you the mods and all that stuff. But right here, because I stopped right over, 20 to 23. That's where I stopped. I'm thinking 24 down to this river and come around the river will be one plot of land, and then everything south right here. That's all that forestry land too. All where those trees and stuff are, we could do some good forestry over there. All this will be another plot of land. And just have machinery and tractors and trucks and all that stuff, and just give it to my guys. Let them farm their own. Like, we'll all farm together, of course, but let them have their own plots. Like, we're all playing on the server. Like, you don't work for me. We're having fun together. I want you to have your own farms. Like, you tell me what you want on them. If you want to go forestry, if you want to go straight up dairy farming, if you want to do wool, if you want just 1,000 sheep and just tend your sheep for wool, or sell eggs, or whatever. If you want to just run a biogas facility to make not silage, you put silage in there to make fuel and digestate and all that stuff. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's get trucks and trailers and work with one another, and just drive trucks full of doo-doo around the map to one another's places. Let's do that. Let's have fun with this. That's what I want to do with the Freedom Farm. I know it's taken a while. I have almost 200 hours in Farm Sim 25 as of right now, and I haven't done any actual real farming. I've done a lot of prep work. And again, from the first video, the Freedom Farm Mark I, I liked it. I didn't love it. Stevie mods, I love them. I always have. I'll post up a list of the mods that I have right now. So what we're going to do production chain-wise, as I look over at my cheat sheet. So the pig food stuff, we got corn, potatoes and barley. That goes into the pig food machine. For my cows, we got straw, grass, and silage that will be made in the silage bunkers after we chop all that corn for chaff. It's a whole big production. Oats for my chickens, hay for my goats, and don't get me wrong, for the goats, you could just feed them grass, but I feel like putting it into the grass dryer is just another step in the process. Like, it adds to it, you know? We'll be collecting cow milk, goat milk, manure from the pigs, for sure, and we'll be selling the Angus cows, we'll be selling the bee honey, we'll be selling the eggs from the chickens, and we're going to have fun with it. So the corn for chaff is going to go into the fermenting silo. I'm glancing over at my cheat sheet here. Straw and digestate from the fermenting, no, straw obviously from the fields, and digestate from the fermenting silo is going to go into the manure mixer in case the animals aren't producing fast enough, and I don't know why they wouldn't, but we can manufacture our own manure. The grass for hay is going to go into the grass dryer to feed the goats. Stones that we pick up on all the fields, and all these fields are stone heavy right now, mark my words, are going to go into the lime production machine that I haven't showed you yet. I'm going to get to that. The sugar beets are going into the sugar beet cutter. The sugar beet cut that you get from the sugar beet cutter is going to go to the sugar factory, and canola is going to the biorefinery to create diesel. There's a lot going on here, guys. There's gonna be a whole lot going on. Let's oh no, I need to take the truck back, right? Nope, I can just teleport it there. Like I said, the reset point on, at least on this Stevie map, is not the store anymore. It's this farm. It's the main farm. So let's get down here and take a look right over there. Those 4 machines. Let's turn the in-flight movie off. I feel like I should have got closer to the ground before I did that. Anyway, I don't know how I skipped over these machines. I put down the gas tank first, the fuel tank, and then I put these machines down. This is the lime production by Stevie. You see his name on all this stuff. You put in stones and you get lime. It's 1-to-1. So you put in 5,000 liters of stone, you get 5,000 lime. That goes on the fields. Big Rollo track. It's not what I thought it said, but okay. Right over here is the sugar beet cutter. You put in sugar beets, and again, it's 1-to-1. 5,000 liters of sugar beets, you get 5,000 sugar beet cut, and you take that sugar beet cut and put it into the sugar factory to make sugar, and then I'm going to take cow milk and put it in the dairy to make chocolate, because I'm a fat boy. I don't even know how that works. Like, so sugar and milk makes chocolate. I'm pretty sure there's an ingredient missing, but whatever. Stevie knows what he's doing. Right over here is my water tanker, of course. Right now, placeable fertilizer production, we're going to need this. So for liquid fert especially, we're going to need 5,000 liters of water and 5,000 slurry. The animals create slurry, the pigs and the cows. So I have that's what the brown tanker's for, to collect that doo-doo butter, put it in here with some water from the tanker right next door, and we got liquid fertilizer. That's what we're going to need. Solid fert can go on the field. 5,000 manure and 5,000 digestate, that again we're creating in the fermentation silo. That's where we put the chaff. There's a lot going on here, guys. Make sure you're paying attention, okay? If not, just rewind it. Seed production. This one is important because I don't want to spend money in the store on seeds. Call me crazy. Like I said, I have that machine over there that you put potatoes in to plant to make more potatoes. It's weird. But I saw, what was it? The Martian with what's his name in it? Not Brad Pitt, the other one. Matt Damon with Jason Bourne. He was in it. He made potatoes with potatoes because apparently he was a space botanist. I don't know how that worked. Right over here, you can take any of your grains, barley, oats, or wheat, with 10 liquid fertilizer. Again, we have to make that, put it in here. And it's essentially 1-to-1. So 1,000 liters of wheat will yield you 1,000 liters of seed. And it's not wheat seed, it's just seed. I don't want to go to the store. I don't want to spend any money on the stuff. If we're already harvesting it, I'll just put it in here with the liquid fertilizer that we also need to make. Let's take a look at the supply chains, production chains. Biorefinery we already looked at. We're making diesel. The greenhouses we already looked at. We're making, all this stuff is for sale. It's not, it stores in the greenhouse, but then you can harvest, as you saw, the pallets and take it to a sell point and sell them. The dairy, I can do a lot of these things. Goat cheese, I mean, it's okay in real life, but I want it just for the chocolate. I'm going to make just chocolate. That's it. Greenhouse for rice saplings. This is actually somewhere on the map that I haven't found yet, but if we wanted to, I could convert I'll talk to XPie and Aaron if they wanted to do rice on their part of the map. We could totally do that. I could totally make that happen. I haven't done rice in this game. Rice production and planting and all that stuff was introduced in FS25. I haven't messed with it. So, hey, but maybe that'll be an excuse to get water buffaloes. Yeah. Milk homogenizer, of course. I'm not going to use it for the goat milk because it's 1-to-1 for goat milk. I want to say that I can sell the homogenized cow milk. I don't know. If not, I'll just take it off the map. Whatever. The fermenting silo, of course. I'm going to put in 500 chaff, get 500 silage, and 100 digestate. That's going to go into the other machine to create the stuff and the things. See what I'm saying? It's all coming together, boys. Liquid fert, we already talked about that. Grass dryer, put grass in there to get hay. Hay is for my goats. It's 1-to-1, 1,000 grass, get 1,000 hay. Lime production, that's going to go onto the fields. Manure mixer, again, if the animals aren't creating manure fast enough, we can make our own. I don't see why we can't just poop in there and like put straw on it and call it the same thing. I don't know. I'm not an actual farmer. I'm a farmer on the internet. I don't know how that works. Food mixer for the pigs. Barley, corn, and taters. Again, all my crops are ready to harvest right now. Seed production. We're going to put any one of these grains in here with 10 liquid fert. Get 1,000 seed out of them. That's not bad at all. The sugar beet cutter. It's like I didn't mess with sugar beets in previous games because there was too much going on. But now that I can get sugar from the sugar beets and the sugar beet cut specifically and put it into the sugar factory to get sugar and then put that sugar into the dairy to get chocolate because I'm a fat kid, I'm about that. I'm about that. TMR, of course, for the cows. We're going to take 500 grass, 500 straw that we're going to get from our wheat and barley. And I want to say oats as well. Put it in there with 500 silage that we're going to get from the fermenting silo and get 1,500 total mixed ration to feed our cows efficiently. I'm going to get Angus cows on there to sell for beef and a bunch of dairy cows for their milk. That's what we're going to do. Sugar mill, of course. Put in sugar beet cut. What is it? 5 sugar beet cut for 3 whole ass sugar. We're going to do that. There's a lot going on this map so far, and I haven't even started farming yet. Like, I haven't done anything yet. Isn't that crazy? Let's get up high. Oh, that right there is a mechanic of sorts. You can drive a bit of equipment on there. Hit R on the wrench. Let me show you. I don't have time to get a vehicle over here. But you drive your vehicle right in here into the lights. You go up to the wrench. And you hit R. There are no vehicles in here right now, but it's the dealer, so you can paint and repair and all that stuff, your equipment. So that was kind of cool. I liked having that. Again, I haven't used it yet. You can see a bit of my tractor sticking out the back of the shed there. That's not cool. Anyway, this is it. This is the Freedom Farm Mark II. I already have the thumbnail and everything. It's that I didn't even take doing this. There's a lot of production going on. Again, I could have had the biggest and best of everything, but it would take me out of the game. That silo, as big as it is only the medium. Okay. I'm going to compress this, send it to Aaron, have him stick it on the Freedom Farm multiplayer server, and we're going to get on. We're going to have fun, man. Thanks for watching. I know there wasn't any actual farmering going on this video, but I wanted you to see what I was working on. I know XPie and Aaron have been exceedingly patient with me while I'm building this map up, but the Mark I map was good. It wasn't great. I feel like this map is, I wouldn't call it great, like just, to not sound like a jerk about it, but it's more gooder than the Mark I map. I think we're going to have a lot of fun on here. If we can run it 24/7, that would be great. I'm not saying I'm going to play 24/7, but I like the crops to be growing. Again, guys, if you want to get up in here, get in my Discord, link for which down below. There's a farmer role. We'll get you on the farm. Anybody can use any of this stuff. I do have 1 or 2 rules. When you use a piece of equipment, put it back where you got it from. That's it. If it's dirty, look, there's a pressure washer right down there. Use it. If you need me to, I'll put additional pressure washers, but this is mostly where the vehicles are. Even the trucks, even the work trucks, the Rams over there with the Cumminses. Chores are a thing. If you get on and the animals need food and water, take care of them first, and then go on about your field work. Picking up stones is a must because we are using it as part of our production chains. Weeding. I tried to avoid weeding. I could just turn it off, but again, it's part of the process. So why not? I'm not 100% sure yet. If you want to get on and cut grass, do that. Just make sure you pick it up. You know what I mean? Put it either in the grass dryer or... No, yeah, just put your grass in the grass dryer. Let's make some hay out of it. Guys, thanks for watching. This is the Freedom Farm Mark II. I know it's been forever and a day since I put out a farm sim video. I do apologize. I've been getting really big into my my Hunter Call of the Wild videos. I'm going to have to make another one here soon because voting is a thing. I love democracy. Bighorn Sheep, you're next. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Until the next one, and hopefully, and I know hope is a bad plan, hopefully the next Freedom Farm video will have some actual farming on it. Until then, y'all be good to one another. Be good to yourselves. Rooster says, see ya.